Hi, it's Pilar at Collecting Our Angels, and I'm doing my live chat this morning, Saturday, at my house because it's still kind of gray out, and in the year, the sun doesn't come up as early. So I hope you're all sitting around also with your pajamas on. I have mine on, and I got my crazy Saturday hair. So let's get after this, okay? Um, some of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about today were about like back to school. What should your scholar athletes be doing, those in high school? A little bit about elementary school level children. Also, with that, kids who are going to go through the process of belonging or fitting in. Another thing I wanted to touch base on is how you can create a really good environment for them. And I'm just going to tell you about the environment, how I created it with my kids. And then any kind of healing that you need, that you might be going through with family or things, I'm going to hint on that. So the first thing is scholar athletes. If you have a rising senior going into high school, they're going to be a senior this year. If they are planning on going to college, there are some really important dates that they need to think about. So there are SATs and ACTs to take. These are exams that you have to take, and then you submit your grades to them. First of all, on online, you can find a place where you can take a quiz that kind of tells you which one fits your brain better, the ACT or the SAT. My children took it, and it turned out that the ACT was better for them. So, important dates for that. For instance, I'll give you the link, but I wanted to tell you that an SAT and an SAT subject test, the date of the test is August 24th. So that is in 7 days. You had to register by July 26th, but there is also a late fee attached if you register before the 13th. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let's go with the test date of September 14th. That is for the ACT. And you have to register by yesterday, but you can register August 30th with a late fee. There's really great turnarounds. You will know your grades by the 24th of September. Then the one for the SAT, October 5th is the test date for the SAT, and you have to register by September 6th. So if you do that by then, you won't have a late fee. Otherwise, the late fee will be attached after that date, and you have until September 24th. So I will give you the other ones. And there's one in October 26th, November 2nd, December 7th, December 14th. So what I'm trying to say is start looking into these, figure out when you want to take these tests, get one of those books. That's what my daughters did. They work really great. Maybe go to a place where they will help you study for it. That's what I would look into. So after that, there's your essays. Now, a lot of you should have been doing them this summer, but hey, the summer goes and we have fun. But do them now. Just start doing them now. The beginning of school, yes, you have that. You have the beginning of school pressures, getting your assignments and the papers that you're going to have due. But be sure to go to your favorite literature or English teachers that you had. Ask them if they would look at your essays. Do it quickly, because what happens is so many of you go to these teachers that they become overwhelmed, or they have a cutoff after, I don't know, maybe say 20 kids, they stop and they'll announce, hey, I cannot review any more essays. So be sure to get in there quick and ask them. Don't forget, bake them some cookies, go get them a Starbucks card, bring Starbucks to them one morning for doing this for you. Don't forget the little gift. Okay, so as you are doing your application for college, there are different things like early decision. That's when you just want one specific college. Early action, those are the ones my children did. If you can, I would try to do early action if you know which school you want to go to. If you go on collegeboard.org and you figured out that they'll accept you. And if you know that's where you want to be, early action, you have an earlier date. They are in November. So you have to have these done, all your applications, and sent in earlier than the January regular college app. So be sure to get in there and do that, get that done early. I will put that up on the link later, but the website to do that is at to look at these, so they'll explain it to you more, and what the different early action dates are for universities. You can go to www.collegesa-advisors.com/early-decision-early-action. And then you scroll down, it'll tell you, you go through which universities are in alphabetical order and what their dates are. So that was really helpful for my kids. Something else that might help you is you can give to your children and for yourself to look at. You can go to wattpad.com, wattpad.com. It's a place where people like myself, new writers and authors, and we write our books. There are fiction and nonfiction, lots of fiction there if you like to read fiction. And you can read these books for free. These are people like myself who have it finished, but we are still waiting to get our money for editing and getting our cover done and things like that. So be sure to, hey Sharon, so be sure to go there and look up my book. The title is Parenting Scholar Athletes, and it's chapter 12. It's called The Scholar Athlete in All Her Glory. I also talk in there about everything I just talked about, plus more on how and what to be looking for when your daughter's going through the college process. It includes how parents can stay out of their way. Hello, we need to stay out of their way. Let them make their decisions. I can tell you, I was in my bedroom doing something, I remember, and Teninger came in, my oldest, and she's like, I'm not going to go to these other schools that I signed up for. I found a college in Lycoming in Pennsylvania, and they do all the archaeology. I was like, okay. Because it wasn't my decision. It's their decision. They need to figure it out. And all we can do is be their cheerleader. So also, we have to remember that our kids grow in this complexity. If they're just very comfortable, they're not going to grow. Sometimes they have to feel the complexity. If we think back, us moms, if we think back to when things were really hard for us, that's when we grew. That's when we learned. So make sure that you let your kids be in charge of this. You can help. I just let my kids do it. If you want to go to college, you got to fill it out. You have to do the work. And they did. Last with the scholar athlete area are those of us who become empty nesters. I became an empty nester specifically 2 years ago. Both were totally out of the house. Where it's hard. It's very hard to do that. My second book is about empty nesters and what we go through. And yes, you're going to cry. You will cry. Be ready. It's kind of crazy. But then, like my husband said, he loves no pants Saturdays. He can just, walk around in his boxers and, it's all good. So there you go on that. The second area I wanted to talk about today for back to school is the belonging versus fitting in. A lot of elementary school kids and high school, they go through this. And it's hard for them. It's hard to try to fit into a group. That's the group who gets the popularity, but maybe you shouldn't be hanging around those people. I have a blog that I'm going to repost, and it's specifically called Fitting In, Belonging and Fitting In. And it uses information that I put in there, bibliographied Brene Brown. And she describes what that feeling is, and it also will help you to take the time to talk to your kids with this. The first week of school, you're going to see your kids, it's draining. They have to get back into the schedule. But then there's oh, my friend isn't talking to me anymore. Oh, my friend isn't hanging out with me anymore. And they have to find new kids to hang out with. And it's hard for a lot of kids. So make sure that you're aware of that, bringing it up, and also sharing what happened to you in school. What did you do? How did you deal with it? They need to hear that. Telling your kids how you had to go through something that's big. That helps them figure it out. Yeah, that's what I would look into. Creating a nice environment for them to open up in your house. Be available. Be available for them. Rolling into the third area of creating a really good environment for your students. Elementary school, I started with my girls where I wouldn't have the TV on. They couldn't play their games. I would put like Nat King Cole on. I loved him. Sinatra, even just classical music. Again, if you go to brainhighways.com, she will tell you, Nancy Green, how the kids' brains, the highways are not all connected because there's certain things that they have not done. They haven't crawled enough. There's certain things that they haven't done to connect their highways. So you should look into that. Make sure that you use classical music. That's one thing that helps them connect. And then I would make sure that you create this environment where they just read. You're doing it with them. You're looking at a magazine. It teaches them that downtime is not bad. They need to just sit in some things, some quiet. And I'll tell you, it works. I remember reading this as a young mom, so I created it. And now I have somebody in Philly getting her PhD, fully funded. She found the money. And then I have another one who got her MBA from back east at Salve Regina. So it works. It gets them ready for what they want to do later on in life. So once again, create this space where they can play, read, it's quiet, you're available for them. And that way, if you create this safe place, they will open up. They will open up to you. The last thing I wanted to talk about is any healing that you are struggling with. It could be the toxic people around you, your coworkers, family, being dropped by your family. That's hard. In-law troubles, relationships that aren't working, and even the baggage that we carry with us from childhood. A lot of that has to just be unpacked and put away. but we have to learn how to deal with it. Last night I was at a speaking that Matt Kahn does here in Encinitas about once a year, around in August, sometimes October. And it was wonderful. I got to listen to him. He's an intuitive healer. He has wonderful free videos on YouTube. You can also go to just, Google mattcon.com. I think it's also Matt Kahn, all the love, and you can watch all his videos. A lot of times, if I'm hurting from things like, hey, my family dropped me, it's okay. I learned how to deal with that. And then I learned, see, right there, I learned that I can create my own family. And people like Sharon, hey Sharon, friends that you go up, and I went up and saw her. We went to high school. I went up and saw her a couple years ago to see her daughter play volleyball. We packed a sandwich, my husband and I, went up, watched it, and it was really awesome, and connected with her like we were back in high school. So having friends like that you can just reach out with and be like, hey, that's what you want to find in your life. And Matt and Kyle Cease, Cease, he was a comedian, and now he's a speaker, and he helps people learn how to deal with things that they're having a hard time with. He also has videos online, which are wonderful, on all subjects of what you might be going through. So please have a look in there with that. Again, I didn't go to the beach. It's still kind of dark out. And after that the bluff fell. I usually have to stand next to the bluff as people walk by. So I thought, let me be safe. So, let's see. Sharon said, yes, exactly like it was yesterday. Yes, it was like it was yesterday. I love that you're doing. Oh, I'm glad you love this. So to everybody who takes the time to watch this later on, also my followers in Italy, I know it's almost dinner time, Romania, take your time, enjoy this video, and then let me know if you have other questions. I'm going to do this again next Saturday. And let me know if there's anything that I can talk to you more about. Make sure that you start thinking about your kids more. Those first few weeks of school are tough. Create those nice environments, nice quiet environments. Our kids around here go to school on Monday. So that's when I hit the beach. I'm going to go enjoy my beach. Kids are back in school. The tourists are gone. Well, most of them. And I'm going to be the tourist, and I'm going to be hanging out. Maybe I'll do a quick live chat, check up on all of you. Make sure everybody's doing well. So don't forget, Scholar Athlete Things. Go see my book. Watch out your kids with the belonging and fitting in. Create that good environment. And then if you need to heal, I also on my website, www.pilarkellenbarger.com, I also have done articles that have been submitted and published in magazines, in healing magazines. They're on my website there. Just scroll through and look for any of the healing ones and take a read, and I really hope that they help you. That's really all I'm doing here. I met a wonderful woman, Kim, last night while we were waiting for Matt to come on and talk. And I'm just doing this to help people. I don't make any money doing this. I'm getting ready to save up more money for my editing for my book so that I can publish it and get it out there. I'm not here to make $1 million. I'm here to help. So I hope that this was helpful, and I will see you next Saturday. Bye, Sharon. Hopefully I can come up and watch your daughter play volleyball. Okay, everybody have a wonderful week.